The Dark Tale of Bluebeard. In a faraway land, there once lived a wealthy nobleman known as Bluebeard, named for his strange dark blue beard that shimmered unnaturally. His fortune was immense, and his castle was filled with treasures beyond imagination. Yet, despite his riches, Bluebeard was a man shrouded in fear and mystery. Bluebeard had been married several times before, but all of his wives had mysteriously vanished. No one knew where they had gone, and no one dared ask. Whispers spread through the land, but no one had proof of what had happened to the women who had entered his castle and never returned. One day, Bluebeard married again. This time his wife was a young, beautiful woman from a nearby village. He showered her with gifts and luxuries, giving her free reign of his grand castle. Before departing on a long journey, Bluebeard handed her a ring of keys. "These keys," he said, "will open every door in the castle, explore and enjoy every room, every treasure. But there's one door you must never open. The smallest key on this ring, the golden one. It unlocks a room at the end of the hall. No matter what, you must not enter that room." The young wife promised to obey, but as the days passed and Bluebeard's absence stretched on, her curiosity grew. She explored the grand halls, admired the priceless jewels, and wandered through the magnificent gardens. But all the while, her thoughts returned to that forbidden door. One evening, unable to resist any longer, she took the tiny golden key and made her way to the locked room. Her heart pounded as she slid the key into the lock. The door creaked open, and to her horror, she discovered a gruesome sight. Inside, the bodies of Bluebeard's previous wives hung on the walls, lifeless and bloodied. The room reeked of death, and she realized with terror that Bluebeard had murdered each of them. Shaking with fear, she fled the room, but in her panic, she dropped the key, staining it with blood. No matter how hard she tried, the blood would not wash away. She knew that when Bluebeard returned, he would see the stain and know she had disobeyed him. When Bluebeard returned the next day, he immediately noticed the blood on the key. His face darkened, and his eyes gleamed with fury. "You have disobeyed me," he growled. Now, join the others in the forbidden room. In desperation, the young wife begged for time. Please, she pleaded. Just allow me a moment to say my prayers." Bluebeard, grim and impatient, granted her a short reprieve. As she ran to her room, she quickly sent word to her sister, who was visiting nearby, and her brothers, who were soldiers. They rushed to the castle as Bluebeard prepared to carry out his sinister deed. Just as Bluebeard raised his sword to strike her down, her brothers burst into the room. With swift force, they fought and killed Bluebeard, ending his reign of terror once and for all. The young wife inherited Bluebeard's castle and riches, and with her siblings,